If you're selling to retail, CPG, or food service brands, or even corporate brands, and you're not closing deals with your cold outreach, with your business development, with your sales team, you're not closing net new accounts, then check your outreach and check your campaigns and your methodology and your messaging for this mistake, because we were making this mistake, and it's something that I see out there all the time when people do their outreach to me, and I see it in my inbox all the time. And I think if I can help you fix this, then you're going to trust me a lot more, and you're going to subscribe to this channel. So that's my goal for this video. So if you find value in this, please comment, subscribe. This is a new channel. We're trying to grow it. But real quick, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan Ogren. I'm the founder of Money Make Marketing. So far this year, from January 1st to June 1st, we've generated $5.8 million in cash collected revenue for our clients. That's not including the month of June. We still have to calculate it. I'm going to calculate it. I just wanted to get back into posting these YouTube videos. This mistake is not being specific enough in your outreach. What do I mean by this? I guess I have to explain it with an actual example. So specific messaging. A lot of our clients, we have flexible packaging distributors, we have permanent display and fixture manufacturers, we have QSR general contractors, we have commercial print companies, we have corrugated packaging, we have foldable cartons. We have all these different brands that target retail, CPG, food service, even corporate brands. And one of the things that happens a lot when your company and your team is communicating is you use jargon that's different than how your prospects communicate. A perfect example of this is in the display and fixture space. There are internal teams and retail brands that they call that furniture. They call it furniture, but my client calls it a display or fixture, right? There's like in the corrugated packaging space, they will call an actual case of something, a master case or a tray. And the actual brands just call it cardboard or even a display. So there's different lingo that happens between internal teams and external teams. And so it comes down to what messaging do you really need to use? You need to use the messaging that is inside your head, okay? So the problem is your messaging is probably too generic, or it uses jargon that your internal team uses. And so when a prospect reads it, they're like, what the hell is this? It's not for me, which is the worst possible thing that can actually happen in your outreach campaign. Imagine your dream prospect, your email finally gets to them, they open it up and they're like, huh, and then they read it and they're like, not for me. Imagine that happens, and it happens more times than it probably doesn't happen, right? So it's it happens more times than not is what I'm trying to say. It does happen. And so how to correct it. So I'm going to give an example here. Let's say we're selling flexible packaging. Let's say we're selling some bags, right? Some flexible packaging for some brands, right? So we're going to be selling paper bags, and the internal team, they call themselves a flexible packager. So if we say we do flexible packaging, the internal brand, when they are like reading this, they'll initially say, oh, if they think flexible packaging is something different, they're not going to be interested, right? So that's the example of the jargon. So instead, you should actually be writing at like a third grade level. Instead of flexible packaging, you would say, we do paper bags, right? And now I know what you're thinking now, because a lot of you say this, Ryan, we have so many different things that we do. And so here is the benefit of and how we handle that situation. This is the principle. You only want to offer one thing to that prospect at a time. If you say we do this, it doesn't work, it confuses them, and it actually makes the message longer and it makes it less potent. So what I've actually done, and this is something that works really, if you have multiple things that you can do for that prospect and you don't want to send them multiple messages, you could say we do paper bags here, and then you could also say in the PS, we also do blah, 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 blah. But you make it all about this. And that has been very successful for us because they'll definitely read the PS. And so we know that they know our capabilities at that point in time. But another thing you can do, and this is actually my favorite, is if you have an email server, if that's what you use to send your emails. We really like Instantly.ai. Smart Lead is a really good one as well. I've been using Instantly for probably 5-6 years now. That's just what we've been using, especially for emails. You can set up these things called a sequence. So it's like first this message goes out, and then this message goes out, and then this message goes out, and then this message goes out. And so what we can actually do, and this is like ninja stuff, is we do an angle here, and then I do a bump. And these are in the same thread. Now in the same campaign, to the same exact leads, it keeps sending unless they respond. So if then I try a new angle here, and then a bump, So the new angle has a new subject line. So what just happened is I hit them 2 times here in this angle, and I hit them 2 times here in this angle, and I only had to think through this once. And these are 2 different angles. It comes from 2 different email addresses, same company, right? But they're 2 different angles. So if maybe they read this one, they didn't respond. Let's just do a frowny face. Then this angle comes in and hits them with a different direction. And you could do this, in my experience, you could do this up to 4 different times. So you could do it here and then here. Just make sure that you change the subject line in the campaign, because then it will actually send on a different thread. And that's really important. The bumps need to all be on the same thread. And so that's really important. But remember, Alex Hormozi, he's one of probably the best marketers that's alive right now. He always says, I try to make all of our copy and our outreach at the 3rd grade reading level. And I think there's something to be said about that. So 3rd grade reading level, the reason he says that is because it's super specific. If you said we do flexible packaging and you put it into a word generator and the word generator graded at the actual sophistication level, it's going to say, it's like, no, these are too big words. They're hard to understand. So be super simple. 3rd grade reading level, tell them exactly what you do. Don't be like fluff it. Communicate clearly on how you can help them. And you will find out that your messaging was the problem the whole time. I know this sounds rather basic, but definitely check your cold emails and check your LinkedIn outreach, because it could be a huge problem. So yeah, short video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I can solve you some strife. All right, see ya.